Hi, Sandy. How are you?
I'm fine, Jim. How are you?
Great.
Good.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, my name is Sandy Duncan. I work primarily as an intuitive medium, helping people connect with those who have crossed over. I also do rainbow energy healing, angel readings, and house clearing.
Great. What aspect of your work brings about the greatest amount of satisfaction?
I like it when people are peaceful after our session, whatever session that may be. If it helps them find or achieve a level of peace in their lives, then I guess that's the most satisfying.
Have you ever had a client or family member pass away while working as a light worker?
Yes, I've had both.
How did you handle it?
Well, I think sometimes I handled it a little bit better than others. I remember driving to an appointment that was about an hour away to do mediumship and getting a call that a loved one had passed away, and that was pretty hard. I kept the appointment, but it was a pretty tough one to do.
Do you have experience with clients or others in a hospice or end of life type environment?
End of life for sure, but in a hospital, and no experience directly with hospice, but I certainly have heard an awful lot about it.
What difference do you think it would make to that person's overall well-being?
I think it would make a difference in the nurturing environment of a hospice, from what I understand, both for the patient and for the people who are with them.
Since you've had a client pass away, can you tell me if you've heard from them since?
Yeah, I've heard from family and a client who passed away. One story that I can give you a lot, but one that comes to mind is just this past Christmas. It was sort of an inside thing that this particular client would bring us a panettone every Christmas season. Being of Italian heritage, that seemed to be the thing to do. We had a lot of panettone. We were getting panettone every week, every 2 weeks. Well, since her passing, her family has since given us a panettone at Christmas. So this year, I said to you, I guess no panettone this year. Well, a friend was coming to visit, as you know, and this friend only met this client in spirit after she passed. The client actually got a hold of my friend and gave her some messages for me. I had written on a piece of paper, when they were coming here, we will get a panettone in this visit.
Mm-hmm.
Shoved it in my pocket. Didn't tell anybody else, just we knew. Friends came in. We had a lovely meal, clearing the table, getting ready for dessert. This little tricky friend of mine thought she'd be very, very good, and voila, produced panettone from her bag. And I laughed, and voila, produced the note I had just written and gave it to her. Her face went blank, and it said, "Stop laughing. You brought us a panettone." We have a photo in front of the Christmas tree holding the panettone from last Christmas.
And the reason she brought the panettone was because our friend told her from the other side to
That's
bring a
right.
panettone.
That's right. She whispered in her ear while she was shopping, "Hey, bring Sandy a panettone."
I
So
remember that.
I think she was working both sides of the practical joke on that one.
Yeah, that was great. Do you have any advice for other light workers who might experience a loss of a client or family member?
Yeah, I think I would just like to remind everybody that their grief is just as important as everybody else's. People will look to them to go into service mode and want to pass along messages from the deceased, tell them how they're doing. Maybe they have some special wishes for their funeral, that kind of thing. And I would just like to tell everybody or remind them that their grief is important too, and they need time to process that for themselves.
Is the experience different for light workers versus non-light workers?
I think it is, just because of the service element. I can't say for sure. I mean, a lot of people get messages from people on the other side and then they don't tell anybody about it. So everybody can get the signs that the person's okay, that kind of thing, and hear from them. But I think for the light workers in particular, it becomes a job at that point.
What's the most significant shift in perception that you've experienced while doing light work?
Well, I thought I would be in control. I thought people would come to me, they'd want to hear from their grandmothers would come through, that would be the end of the appointment. What I've experienced is actually quite the opposite. I'm very humbled to do this work, very, very fortunate, very blessed, but mostly humbled because I have no control. And this is what I tell clients. I have no control over who is going to come through, what they're going to say. What I can guarantee is Spirit will always make sure that people get what they need to hear, but not necessarily what they want to hear. That's a big difference.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just if light workers are starting out, or anyone seeing this, dreams or sees spirit or gets funny vibes in different houses or areas of a certain house, to reach out to somebody that they can talk to and just say, hey, this is happening to me, for a couple of reasons. It'll help them because it'll help them know they're not going crazy, but it also may lead to them becoming part of a healing type of network where they can heal and they can go into service and, most remarkably help other people.
That's great. Thank you, Sandy.
Thanks very much.